There's a lot of people who buy into the standard U.S. Western medical science, and I think our community deserves better than that, and we need a holistic approach. So when I see people of color repping the holistic, then it gets interesting.
The entire medical industrial complex, ranging from the insurance companies, the hospitals, they all have an interest in the population as a whole continuing on and advancing the nutricidal pattern of food consumption that we have.
It is popular in the mainstream vegan movement to actually promote veganism as a cure-all, making people feel as if it's the individual's responsibility to take control of their health, and it really ignores a lot of the systemic factors that actually make it difficult for a lot of people to come to the health or the harmony that they need.
Kaiser Permanente is finally endorsing a plant-based diet for optimum health. So the more light that we shed on these issues, the more we force the powers that be to come clean. If one cop kills one black person a month, people march. They put it all over social media, and they really gun for change, which they should. Then you have diseases killing members of our community by the millions. Does the violence inflicted upon our bodies through the poor food choices we're given not warrant comparable outrage and attention by activists?
It's been set up to keep us almost in a daze asleep. We need to politicize our food choices. Having a healthy body is political. Being able to have a lot of energy so that we can fight those larger battles.
For some people of color, particularly those who aren't informed about nutrition and so forth, some of the vegan books and films that come from dominant culture that promote veganism, they kind of feel like vehicles for social imperialism. We come from the hold up, who are you to tell me how to live my life? Who are you to tell me how to eat kind of mentality because of our history, and it's justified.
A lot of the ways that organizations communicate, they use a very missionary and colonialistic approach. For example, we're going to go and teach those people how to eat properly. It assumes that these particular groups, which are usually non-white communities, working class communities, they've become the white man's burden. They don't have wisdoms or knowledge systems that are of equal value or even better value in terms of understanding their own nutrition.
Do you guys see this app right here? It's called Audible. There's actually a better way to make money on Amazon.
We're in the age of Black Lives Matter, and Black Lives Matter on so many different levels. And for me, I come at that as a food scholar by saying, yeah, we do. So that means our whole life matters. Our histories, our present, our future. And so when we're in this space where everyone is telling us what we should be doing, both in the community and from outside the community, I see that as a need and a desire to rule my Black body. You need to bring me in line. I need to walk a certain way. I need to talk a certain way. I need to eat a certain set of foodstuffs in order to be an acceptable Black body in this particular cultural moment.
As much as I would like to see people adopt a plant-based diet, I can't force it on people.
I'm providing information so that you can make an informed decision, and then I let it go. That's it. I'm not vested in it beyond that. Not everybody's going to do it. It took me a long time to realize that. Not everybody is going to do it.
And then there's the matter of access. I remember I was watching this food documentary on veganism, and this white chick, she was making a point about how easy it is to go vegan. Like, you can just go to your neighborhood health store. And I'm watching this like, okay, you know, for the affluent white woman living in an upper middle class neighborhood with the Whole Foods on the corner, like, I'm sure it is easy to just go vegan. But a lot of minority neighborhoods don't have health food stores. And why is that? Why is it that people living in minority neighborhoods don't have access to fresh, affordable, healthy food? And why isn't that a point worth bringing up?
A food desert, by definition, is an area where there is not access to either a grocery store or healthy foods within like a mile or more.
Unless the neighborhood is going through gentrification, where there are more affluent young whites moving in, then you start to see these healthier options coming.
I grew up surrounded by nothing but fast food chains and carryouts. I didn't even have the awareness to see that as a problem.
The closest grocery store that I go to is Safeway, and they have organic vegetables and foods there. But sometimes I do find that I'm not pleased with the way a lot of their vegetables look.
Like, look at this. Like, this doesn't look fresh. It's gross. This is the kind of organic stuff you have here.
Many people who are working 1 to 2 jobs, they're not making living wages. And so the ability for them to afford the food is just too high. You also have people who have to use various means of transportation in order to get access to healthy food. We found out recently that one area where the bus actually prohibits people who are riding the bus to take more than 2 bags of groceries on the bus. Well, if your means of getting your fresh groceries is going to be on a bus and you can only bring 2 bags of groceries home and you have children, that's going to make things very difficult for you.
Health is the front lines. You can't just have health just in a vacuum of privilege, right? Health is about access. It's about economics. It's about the psychology. It's about the organization of the community to provide certain things.
Most of us can figure out the biggest incentives for exploiting others.